We are back once again now for the second part of this Ajax first season save. And as you can see, we're just about to play PSV in the Eredivisie, match day 17. And after 16 games so far, we are currently on 42 points, with Utrecht on 41, PSV 34, and Feyenoord 30. So we've won 13, we've drawn 3. Groningen, Heerenveen and AZ, and we've beaten, as you can see, some good score lines in there as well with the other teams. We're undefeated at this moment in time, and we've got a plus goal difference of 33 in the league. So we've got PSV next. So we're just about to finish this, the 20th of December 2026, go into the new year. And then after this game against PSV, there'll be a shutdown. So it'll be a good breaking point to give an update on everything of where we stand. So before we get in the PSV game, we'll have a little update of the matches that we've went through. So the first game of the season, we won by 6-3 away from home, as we've seen in the first episode. We followed that with a 2-0 victory. Then it was a 4-4 draw against Groningen. At home, Emmanuel Amenga with a hat-trick and Matt O'Reilly scoring as well. Then it was a 2-2 away draw. Then we won by 5-0 at home. Francalinho. In fact, I'm probably better to jump into the transfers first before we continue, because we signed Francalinho, but we'll finish this one first. So 5-0 against NEC, Francalinho, Yuri Bass, Emmanuel Amenga with a double there. So we'll pause the update. We'll go to the transfer window. So I think the last episode we had just up to Asako, and he played in the first game. So after that, we signed Marcelo Allende. Can play centre midfield, left, right, anywhere at all across the front line. He can also play up front as well, but we're currently playing him as a winger. We signed him for a lovely little fee of 500,000, and he's got two goals and 4 assists in 14 games. He's done really quite decent for us. Played well in the bigger games. Good technique, good first touch, good flair. Off the ball's pretty good, and his work rate and vision's good as well. Decent enough pace for £500,000, just to kind of bulk that wing area up. Good crossing and dribbling as well. We then signed Francalinho for £30 million, but it was not £30 million upright because we did not have that. I think it's something like £10 million up front with other fees in the back of it. So Francalinho has been signed from Midtjylland in the last few days of the transfer window, and he's been out injured for the last 4 to 6 weeks. He's just come back a couple of weeks ago there, so we're just slowly getting him back up to speed. He scored 4 goals and 11 in the league, and he's got 3 assists. All competition, he scored 6 and 17 with 7 assists as well. He has got a release clause of £50 million, and already that's at £43 million with him just now. So I'm not expecting to hold on from that long, but we need another striker. Francalinho was the man. So we're paying something like £5 million every other season to get up until we pay the £30 million. Early part of the season, but that's where we are. In terms of formation, this is the formation that we've settled on in and out of possession. So in possession, forget the first team just a moment. That's not the first team that we're playing. We just played a cup game, and we just gave some squad players a little bit of a rest. But in terms of structure to the team, this is how we're playing. 3 at the back, 3 ball-playing central defenders. We've got a deep-line playmaker. We've got a channel midfielder. And we've got an attacking midfielder who gets forward, goal threat. That's Matt O'Reilly's role there. We've then got a wide forward here, and we've got a winger on the left, channel forward, which Franquinho has been more or less playing, and a centre forward, basically, which Emmanuel Amenga has been playing as well. Out of possession, we've got 3 straightforward centre backs. We have 2 defensive midfield players. We've got a central midfield player. We've got 2 wide midfield players there. Attacking midfield where Franquinho drops back, and then we've got just a tracking centre forward, so tracks back on defence. In terms of instructions, in general, we're more direct. We like the higher tempo. We like to go wide. Counter-attacking in transitions. We're more expressive when we're with the creativity. We don't time waste, and we keep the ball in play. So final third, dribbling's balance. We like to work the ball into the box. We don't like to shoot from distance if we can help it. And we like to play floated crosses into the penalty area. Progression-wise, balance supported runs, I think that just fits better. Balance dribbling, we like to progress down both flanks. We don't just like to pick on one. And the pass reception, again, is just balanced. So the build-up phase of play, we like to play through the press. Goal kicks will be short. Balanced goalkeeping speed depending on area and time of the game. And the distribution goes to the 3 central defenders. So that's what we do in possession there. Out of possession, we've got a high press. Our defensive line is higher because I think we've got enough pace in there. We trigger the press more often. We've got a defensive transition. We like to do the counter press, tackling standard, crossing engagement. It's just balanced. We do like to try and stop crosses, but we'll just leave that balanced at the moment. The pressing trap, just flexible again. Short goalkeeper distribution, yep. And defensive line, we just like to sit that balanced. So that's really how we like to do it. That's the system that we're playing currently, and it seems to be working. I did try the four defenders with the 2 wing backs, and it just didn't seem to work. Early doors, we were conceding some goals, and as you've probably seen in the results, early doors, so pre-season wise, we didn't do great. We're conceding some goals, 4-4, 2-2, and then we changed to that new system probably round about after the Hervern game. We changed to the system with 3 at the back and 5-0, 3-3 against Newcastle. And then Go Ahead Eagles, who won by 3-0 as well, so really, really good. Then we played Rangers in the Europa League, and I've got to show this game. Being a Celtic fan, we've got to show the performance at Ibrox. So Matt O'Reilly with the ball into the penalty box, headed away. Gassama on the counter-attack from our corner. Lovely ball across to Asgard. And it was a super finish to give Rangers the lead at Ibrox. But we came back into it with Matt O'Reilly dancing past Asgard. The ball into Franquinho, to Odebear, beats his man and curls the ball into the back of the net past Jack Butland. And that was 1-1 shortly before half time. Into the second half, start of the second half. Straight from kick-off, Bernardo Odebear, lovely ball to Franquinho. Across it goes, and Emmanuel Amenga made it 2-1 straight from the kick-off to give us a 2-1 lead. We gave a shocking pass away, and then Rangers caught us on the counter with Asgard again. The Ant-Man into the penalty area. Got it back, and Nico Raskin. Nice little finish, and that was 2-2. Then again, we came back again. Paulo Bernardo, ex-Celtic man, into Carrizo. Came to Odeberg again, and he stunningly finished past Jack Butland again to give us a 3-2 lead at that point in the match. So Butland, so we won the ball back. Matt O'Reilly on the right-hand side, back into Fitzjim, back to O'Reilly. Godds has the ball, and he just placed it past Jack Butland, and that was 4-2 to ourselves at Ibrox with a fantastic away performance. And as you can see, bossed the game possession-wise, had 18 shots, 9 on target, had a good XG of 2.46, so in general, by far the better team in the match. And as you can see, Francolinho and Amenga linking up well. With those two players in your team, you can't just play one up front anyway, so that's why we stuck with the back three. So after the Rangers game, we were at home to Excelsior, and it was a nice 2-0 victory again. Paulo Bernardo and Emmanuel Amenga doing the business. Away from home then, and it was a 2-1 win. Amenga and Mansverk scoring in the 73rd minute to give us a 2-1 victory. Away from home, again another very good performance with a 5-0 victory there. Amenga with a double, Francolinho scoring, and Paulo Bernardo also on the score sheet. We then played Salzburg at home in the Europa League, and high scoring game again, probably with the system, but 5-3, good win. Francolinho, all different goal scorers in that game. David Klaassen also coming in to score the goal. Karim Konate, good striker in the game, scored a double. Followed that with a nice 3-1 victory at home. Allende scoring double and Paulo Bernardo after falling behind. Then one of the first big games of the season against probably what we see as a Champions League or title contender for this season, and it was a nice 2-0 victory away from home to Feyenoord. Paulo Bernardo and Carrizo with the goals. They slightly shaded possession. They had a better XG than us, but we were a bit more clinical on the day, and Matt O'Reilly with another man of the match performance. Delivered the ball back into the penalty area, and Bernardo somehow sneaked in at the back and nodded the ball into the back of the net, and that was 1-0. From deep inside their own penalty area, lovely passing play. Amenga back to O'Reilly, lovely first time ball to Carrizo, and Carrizo came inside, underside of the bar, devastating finish, devastating move, 2-0. And that's where the game finished. So after the Feyenoord game, we were then at home in the Europa League, and it was another good 4-0 victory. Amenga scoring, Matt O'Reilly scoring as well. Then another big top of the table clash, as Utrecht was top of the table at this point in the Eredivisie, and we were at home, another big test. And we passed it with a 2-1 victory. Matt O'Reilly scored, and then an own goal in the 45th minute. Havelka got one back in the 70th minute, but we managed to see it through and won the game. And as you can see, that's the game that Francolinho picked up his injury, so he missed up until the AZ game. He was back on the bench for the AZ game, so he missed a good few games. Overall, though, you can see we did deserve the victory against Utrecht. It was 57% possession, 15 shots with 12 on target. They had 7 with 5 on target, a 1.74 XG. So all in all, we were the better side, and we got the victory. Francolinho getting the assist for O'Reilly before having to go off the park. So again, had the ball deep, good football. Matt O'Reilly picks the ball up, driving forward. Carrizo back to O'Reilly, ball on to Amenga. Feds Francolinho, lovely pass. And Matt O'Reilly tucks the ball away into the back of the net. What a great signing he has been as well for us this season. If I can get him permanently, I'll be trying to get him permanently for next season. Ball came in the box again. Osako, what a signing he has been as well, by the way, for £3 million. Fantastic goalkeeper, Japanese international. Claims the ball, gives it to centre back, who then feeds it into O'Reilly. Long ball forward for Emmanuel Amenga. Into the penalty area, and no idea what happened. Didn't clear his lines, and it went into the back of the net, and that was 2-0 just before half time. Second half here, and it was a lovely run from out wide to Miguel Rodriguez. Beating his man, cuts it back off the post, and it was tucked away to give Utrecht a way back into the match. But we managed to see it through and win the game by 2-1. We then followed that up with a nice 3-1 victory away from home, a double from O'Reilly and a Carrizo goal. Again, Europa League match where we won by 3-1 away from home, a double from Amenga and Matt O'Reilly getting in there yet again for us. Then Den Haag at home, where it was a nice 2-0 victory. In the second half, Amenga, Paulo Bernardo doing the damage. Then we played 20, and it was a 4-1 away win. Amenga, all the goals come in the second half. Amenga again scoring, and you can see O'Reilly scoring there too. He's been such a very solid signing for us. Then Europa League, match day 6, I think this one was, and a 3-3 draw in that one. We scored in the 91st minute. Giroud equalised in the 92nd minute for the 2-2 draw. Then a most recent league game, 1-1 draw at home to AZ. Matt O'Reilly and Meerdink keeping it at 1 apiece. Then we've just played the Dutch Cup, where we played a few younger players that's not played as much, and it was a comfortable 5-0 win. Young lad Univar, we brought him into the team. As you can see, he looks to be a very good prospect. 2028's contract runs out, but already good dribbling, good finishing, first touch is very good, good enough technique with passing in there. His composure's already at 12, good flair as well, and work rate and vision. Pace is good, obviously he needs to work on his strength, but he's only 18, brought him in, and he scored on his first foray into the first team. Stuart as well scored, Fitzgerald scored, Allende scored, and Odebert again scored too. So that brings us up to date, and now we've got another big game against PSV just before the league shuts down for a couple of weeks, before we're back for league business on the 9th of January, with a friendly against Wolfsburg thrown into the mix there also. And then we've got Stuttgart and Apoel in the Europa League. So before the PSV game, this is how the land lies in terms of the Eredivisie. We are currently a point clear of Utrecht. PSV are further back there on 34 points. Current champions, PSV as well. Feyenoord are on 30 points there, on sitting in 4th, and AZ on 28th. So currently stands, ourselves and Utrecht are starting to push away quite a bit. We've scored 48 goals, we've conceded 15, 33 overall. So you've got to be really happy with that. In terms of most goals, we've got the most goals. In terms of top goal scorer, Emmanuel Amenga is top goal scorer, which I knew. You bring him into your team, he scores goals. It doesn't matter what level. He's just probably, for me, one of the best strikers in this game this season. At any level, he's just banged in the goals, and he's done it again here for Ajax. In terms of the Europa League, if we get to the Europa League. So after 6 games, we have won 4, we have drawn 2, again scored 22, but with the system we're playing, we are leaking goals at this level, so we have conceded the most inside the top 16 as it stands at the moment, as Rapid have also conceded, but we're scoring the goals as well, so as long as that continues, we're fine. We're already in the playoffs for the top 24, but I would like to think we'll get to the next stage in the top 8 with the 2 games that we've still got to play. I'd be quite disappointed if we could not do that. So, squad, team, really looking good. Francolinho just coming back to full fitness, so he'll be fine. Emmanuel Amenga, he's just a machine. When he first started, his composure was at 10, so his composure's already up there. I think his decision making was also at 10. That's jumped up there as well. Everything moving in the right direction. He's just a machine when it comes to goals. He scored 6 goals in 6 appearances in Europa League, 14 and 16 in the Dutch League. He scored 20 and 23 in all competition, and he's got 7 assists as well. Matt O'Reilly, absolutely tremendous season so far for Matt O'Reilly, and we have got a clause in his contract that we can buy him for £36.5 million. He is worth 49. I think that's a great deal if we can get him, and it's probably one I'll be looking to get over the line. Between him and Emmanuel Amenga, because the two of them we've got clauses in the contract. Amenga, we can get him for £23.5 million, so we're going to have to try and find some money from somewhere. But if I get back into the Matt O'Reilly, 4 goals and 4 assists in 6 Europa League games, 8 goals and 3 assists in the Eredivisie. Speaks for itself. And where we've been playing him, we've been playing him in an attacking midfield role, goal threat, finding space. We were playing 2 channel midfield players, but since we moved him to attacking midfield, goal threat, his product has really upped each week. Yuri Baz, we've just given him a new contract, £46 million. He is currently worth, he's got a release clause in there of £65 million as well. So the team is going well. Let's go to the PSV game and see if we can get a good victory against PSV. Even though it is away from home, I just hope we can try and avoid defeat, as the previous meetings that we were not involved in last season was 2 defeats, a 3-1 and a 2-1. So we'll be hoping for a bit better at this moment in time. So let's go and pick the team. Just before we get to game time, Feyenoord 1, Utrecht 1. So if we win, we can open up a 3-point lead on Utrecht. But it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world now if we do not get a victory, because it would still be top of the table going into the winter break. So team-wise, Itakura is going to come back in. We are going to bring in as well Sotalo, captain, coming back in. Matt O'Reilly obviously coming back into the first team. Paulo Bernardo, who we signed as well from Celtic, as you can see, he scored 7 goals and 6 assists at all competitions this season. He will be back in. Odobert, he's looking a wee bit rusty out there, so we might just leave him out. Mansberg will come in. Manuel Amenga for Univar. We will bring back in Carrizo, and probably Allende is going to play on the left in this game. Asako will come back in for Engel in goals. And with Bonita still out. Injured. I think we're all good elsewhere. So PSV going with a strong team as they can. Sergio Ramos, 40-year-old, still going strong for PSV. Hoping we can get a result here against PSV, because that will show our title credentials. It's going to be a tough game. And we are underway. PSV versus Ajax. Matt O'Reilly headers the ball forward. Veerman gets it away. O'Reilly picks it back up. Amenga. O'Reilly. Well won. The ball comes forward. Itakuri. Mansver picks it up. Baz. Inside to Frankelino. Lovely ball to Paulo Bernardo. Back to Frankelino. O'Reilly. Back to Amenga. He's trying to get into the penalty box. Oh my word. What a finish by Emmanuel Amenga. That is world class. Good football. Bernardo picking up a good space, giving it to Frankelino. O'Reilly first time to Amenga. Amenga beats his man and on his weaker right foot smacks it into the top corner. What a finish. And that's 1-0 Ajax. Ball it wide to Man. PSV have not really threatened. They've had most of the possession but nothing on target as of yet. Perisic though. Pepe. Zabaria, good ball inside. It's a great chance, and Pepe that should be 1-1. Nearly half time here. Dest has the ball. Switch of play. We have played the 1 minute. Menga, great tracking back by the big Dutchman. And that is half time at the Philips Stadion. PSV 0, Ajax 1. Matt O'Reilly assist, Emmanuel Amenga goal, and as you can see, possession-wise, PSV have got most of the possession. They've had 3 shots, we've had 9, with 6 of those on target. So we have been the better team overall, playing pretty well, not giving much in the way of shots for PSV, although Pepe really should have scored after about 20 odd minutes into the game. We will go pleased, and I think we just might make one little tactical tweak. O'Reilly will just go into that shape, in and out of possession. O'Reilly just dropping ever so slightly. As he can play in that role, and we'll just go with that for the second half. And PSV get us underway with Shulton and Vermeer. 51 minutes gone now. Has the ball in the left full-back area. Plays the ball forward. Van Bommel. Mario Jr. back to Van Bommel. Shulton gets stolen ball off him from Frankelino. Now Frankelino's into the penalty area. Back he goes. Cross it goes to O'Reilly. Mansverk. Oh, it's 2. Mansverk sneaks that in at the far post. And that is how you pick the pockets. Well pressed, well won back at the halfway line. Frankelino with pace and power. Back it goes to O'Reilly. First time to Mansverk. Touch, and the goalkeeper's already down, but it sneaks in off the post. And it's PSV 0, Ajax 2. 57 on the clock now. Mansverk out wide to Allende. Back it goes to Baz. Mansverk. Baz again. Itakura coming forward. Striding into midfield through the gaps. Lovely ball to Amenga. Amenga. Lovely ball through. Frankelino finishes absolutely superbly, but I think he might have just went early. He might be offside. No, the goal's good. Come on. It's 3-0. Great play from Amenga. Frankelino running through. Oh, he's timed to perfection. Both the pass and the run. And Frankelino, great first touch. and then just fires it across the goalkeeper. It's 3-0. What an away performance this has been for Ajax. Mario Jr. down to Van Bommel. PSV have got to try and get something pretty soon, as this game is getting away from them. Dest. Sabri. Back to Dest. Into the penalty area. Crosses it away. Satalo gets up. Itakura. And the ball breaks to Pepe, who puts it away. Was he offside though? With the final finish. No, the goal is good. It's 3-1. Ramos now for PSV. That goal has given them a bit of confidence. Junior has the ball. Into the box. Sabri's in again. It's off the post and it's cleared away from Baz. Ajax survive there. I think we'll make a change now. Pilo Bernardo is not having his best game. Stoyer will come on. We'll bring on Gott for Carrizo. Francolinho also looks like he might be struggling a wee bit, so we'll maybe bring on... where is he? Fitzjim. And Fitzjim can just go there as well. See out the rest of this game. Fitzjim will play the wide midfield player and go there. That's what we'll do. We've got about 10 minutes left to play. We're going to bring on Audebert for Allende as he looks done on his feet as well. And last change will be Mokio for Matt O'Reilly in that defensive midfield role. And we will just go with that. As Baz picks the ball up now, 85 on the clock. Itakura launches the ball forward. Picked up. Baz wins the ball back. It's going to come to Audebert. Audebert now. Can he go for a little run? He plays the ball. Lovely ball forward to Emmanuel Amenga. Great first touch. He's in here. It's... Oh, I thought that was 4. But he put it wide. We're into the 91st, well, 92nd minute now. Van Bommel. Still PSV 1, Ajax 3. 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're just about to tick into the second one. Warner has it out wide. Coming forward. Till. Into the back post. Van Bommel's up. Headers it across. And a side netting. Stage 3-1. Osako now shot to Baz. There's Sako. Good football from us again. Lovely ball to Fitzjim. Over the top. Great pace from Amenga. This could be 4 this time. This time it is. Absolutely devastating. He should have scored a few moments earlier. This time he does score, Amenga. Great football again. Asako confidently playing to Van Versk. Out wide to Fitzjim. And that's a lovely ball to Amenga. First touch is top class. Second touch to take it to the left. And that is such a stunning, stunning finish. PSV 1, Ajax 4. And that is full time. Very, very impressive performance from us. Really, this has probably been the best performance we've had. I would say. I mean, you can pick the bones of it if you want. as we've had 41% possession, but I think overall we've been great. We've shown a right desire to win the ball back in certain times of the park, in certain areas of the park, and our finishing has been absolutely top notch. 4-1 away from home to last season's champions. So that's it. That's 17 games played. We're now at the winter break. And after 17 games, 14 wins, 3 draws. And the most impressive one there for me is the PSV one. 4-1 away from home. We've also beaten Utrecht 2-1 at home. So currently we are on 45 points, Utrecht on 42 points. After 17 games, we've scored 52 goals and we've conceded 16. Manuel Amenga with another double. Matt O'Reilly getting another couple of assists there as well. Francolino back scoring, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 goal involvements in 18 games, 30 goal involvements for Emmanuel Amenga in 24 games. Matt O'Reilly has got, I mean, look at that, 21 goal involvements in 24 matches. Paulo Bernardo didn't have the best of games against PSV, but he's been impressive. Maher Carrizo as well, 20 years old, Argentinian winger. He's been very impressive for me too. 5 goals, 8 assists in 17 league games. So the team is going very, very well. The first team, anyway. The youth team, so the B team, if you look at our squad, B team wise, we'll do a quick check on some of the players. Zakaria Ozane, he is going to be a right talent, I feel, for us. I think maybe next season we might get him in pre-season wise. I mean, you look, 6'4", and he's a winger with the acceleration he's got, the pace he's got, and the balance. Balance could be a bit better, obviously. Strength is good. Good technique though, first touch. So I think this is maybe one that we maybe have a look at, maybe even towards the end of the season or next season, we could bring in. We've also got this man, Abdallah Uzani as well. Attacking midfielder, central midfielder. He's worth £23 million as it stands, and he's in the reserve team. He's definitely one that, as this season goes on, I'm going to promote into the team, the first team, get him some game time towards the end of this season. Technique 16, passing 12, long shots 13, first touch 16, finishing 16, dribbling 14. If you look at his physical attributes, acceleration 13, agility 15, natural fitness 15, and pace is 12. Then you look at his mentals, aggression, very, very good. Good composure at that age. Decision making, 11. I will get better as he gets more and more game time. Determination 14, flair 14, off the ball 12, and vision 12. Work rate is, you've got to improve that if you're going to be in my teams. But overall, this lad looks like he's going to be a really, really good player. And one that I'm going to secure right now by offering him a new contract. So we'll offer him a new 3-year deal to 2029. He's on 4 at the moment. We'll offer him 5 and then 9 after 10 games. What we'll do is we'll take the appearance fee out. We'll take that out and we'll give him that there. He should barely accept that one. There we go. Perfect. Appearance fee. That will save us in the long run. So finalised deal. So that will be him for another season to 2029. So he's somebody that we'll really look forward to bringing in as well. defensive man, Mzungu. He's French. Again, 19 years old, 6'6". His technique's okay. His heading's good though. So again, it's somebody we might look to bring in. As I want to use the youth academy, Ajax has got such a fantastic youth academy that there's no point going and just buying random players all the time. We've got a good youth academy here. We want to start using these type of players and bring them in. Left-footed, jumping reach, 19. Again, good enough pace as well in there. We've also got Bowman, another one, 6'2", central defender, very, very good physicals. I'm quite happy with his mentals as well. And again, good young talent that will probably bring through into the pre-season next season as well. Branko van Boomen is an older player that we're trying to shift out. He's on 39 grand a week. He's going to be out of contract. So if we just offer via transfer room, you can take him for buttons. We just want to get him off the wage bill. 31 years old. Jan Faberski, Polish right winger. Again, could be somebody that we look at. 20 years old. Could be somebody that we bring into the first team. So Gerald Alders as well. He can play central defence. He can play right back. He can play central defensive midfield. With that system that we play, a CDM is really important for us. So he's somebody who could probably come in and do that role. Good technique, good enough tackling, good work rate in there. So there's a lot of good players in this squad, in the youth team, that we're going to be trying to get through into the team. Caden Wolf, I think I like the look of him as well. 20 years old, again 6'1" as a winger, very, very good. So yeah, well, we're in a very good position at the moment. Our club is looking solid. We are £91 million in the bank. We're spending just about over 100 grand a week on wages, so getting rid of some people will do the trick. Recruitment wise, we're selling Tomayasu. He's going to be going. So we're going to have 11.4 million in the bank. But as I've said, we want to try and bring in, if I could get Matt O'Reilly and keep Emmanuel Amenga, I'd be absolutely delighted. I don't think we're going to sign anybody else out with. There is a couple of people I have been looking at. One being Joshua Zirkzee. He could be an option for us if Amenga goes. Completely different players, but we could play Francolinho in that advanced role. And then Zirkzee can play where Francolinho plays at the moment. So yes, there is a couple of players we're looking at in there. But we just need to see. We don't want to really go. We've got a good squad. Most importantly, I think if we could keep Matt O'Reilly, keep Emmanuel Amenga from the loan deals. If we win the title, there's a £3.5 million clause that we buy Paulo Bernardo as well, which I will not be disappointed at because stats-wise, he's very, very good. After 17 games, he's got 10 goal involvements as well, so happy with that. So just wanted to give an update on where we are with this Ajax save. Really looking forward to it. I'm really happy with how we have progressed from pre-season up until now. And it helps with some of the signings that we've made. So, like I said, I don't think we'll sign anybody in January. If we do sign anybody, it will be trying to make permanent signings of Emmanuel Amenga and or Matt O'Reilly. So we'll see you then, and we'll come back at the end of the season, or when Europa League gets into a good stage, or if we're going to win the title, we'll come back then, as we'll try and blast through the first season of this 5-season save that I'm trying to get us back into the Champions League and compete at the highest level. So as always, thanks for joining in, and we'll see you in the next episode of this Ajax save.